Everybody, you just heard Judge Mark Henry in Galveston giving an update on what they are planning to keep people safe, on what the situation is. The ferry service has been suspended. They're reporting Highway 87 had already some water over it, and the judge saying this is not the worst of it. We expect it to continue to get worse, especially tomorrow around 6 o'clock in the morning when it is going to be high tide. And you combine that with the surge, with the rain, and of course with a high tide, and they are looking at about 3 to 4 feet over the road is not out of the question. So he has urged people to leave if possible. They've had some voluntary evacuations. If you are watching from the island, Galveston, west of the seawall, Lamarck, Jamaica Beach, Dickinson, Kemah, High Island, Bayou Vista, and Hitchcock have been under these voluntary evacuations. You're looking at the latest track of Tropical Storm Beta. And again, because it is going to hopefully not to become a hurricane, we're not very concerned with winds, but as the judge was saying, we are very concerned with the water, and Galveston is going to be on the right side of the storm. That is why we are very concerned with, again, storm surge being a huge concern, but also the amounts of rain. I'm going to go through all of this with you right now, so let's get to the latest. Right now, winds at 60 miles an hour. It is moving very slowly to the west-northwest at 5 miles an hour, and the pressure is at 996. So just kind of bear with me. All of these are so close together because it's such a just an area that is very tight and clustered in here. But again, this is by Monday at 7 o'clock in the morning. It still would have a 60-mile-an-hour winds, and then it is going to be expected to make landfall right there between, let's say, Palacios and Brazosport. It is going to go very slowly over land and then make that turn more towards the right, towards the north and northeast. And as it does, then it's got Houston on basically right on the track of it. If you follow this middle of the cone, which most models are in agreement, this indeed is what is going to happen. So again, it's inland by 7 o'clock in the evening. That's Monday towards Tuesday, 7 o'clock in the morning. Now notice it is going to continue to dissipate as it pushes inland, but we are on the wet side of the storm, and we are expecting to again get continuous rain. We'll have some breaks here and there, but certainly today we're beginning to see a little bit of a better organization than we did yesterday. Winds have not increased at all. Spaghetti models still, again, a little bit right there from the north side of Corpus all the way, this blue one that if you follow it, that kind of goes a little bit more on the southwestern portion of Louisiana. But the one that the National Hurricane Center is tracking is this pink one, this lighter pink one, and that is the middle of the cone of uncertainty. Again, the track and the intensity have kind of been fluctuating, not very certain, right? Rainfalls have not been very certain. This is a slow-moving system, and anytime you have that, it's really hard to predict what it's going to do. This has been updated. This storm surge warning just recently, less than an hour ago, they have increased it. It was at 2 to 4 feet, but now it is 3 to 5 feet. So, of course, all of these areas along Galveston Bay, that is why they've had the voluntary evacuations around that area. As far as expected rainfall, we're talking about 1 to 3 feet, right? I'm sorry, 1 to 3 inches. Let me go back to that. 1 to 3 inches right here north of I-10, 4 to 10 inches possible along I-10 and points to the south, and right along the coast, 8 to 15 inches. Isolated amounts of 20 are not out of the question. So we're all under a flash flood watch until 7 o'clock on Tuesday. We're all also under a tropical storm warning, and that is until Wednesday at 10 o'clock in the morning. So conditions will be the worst starting tonight all the way through Wednesday, really improving by Thursday. And there's a look at the wide view from these watches and warnings that are in effect. We already have rain. These bands are beginning to really kind of move in from offshore around the center of circulation. You can see right there a lot of lightning embedded in that eye, and it is a little bit better formed than it was yesterday. Tremendous rain all the way from New Orleans all the way through Houston expected in the next few days. You just need to be prepared for that being the greatest threat. Some tropical force storm winds possible, of course, along the coast, but inland, I'm not really anticipating that to be a huge concern. Here is the infrared satellite. Again, very large area of convection, and we are again looking at this to be the greatest threat for all of us along the Texas coast. We've had some dry air wrapped in it, and that has really saved us because we had that front that moved through, so that is really going to keep it from intensifying. Really quickly then, let's go through Beta's timing. It's going to stay offshore and just moving barely about 5 miles an hour to the west-northwest today. Then it's going to decrease in speed and it's going to turn more towards the north-northeast. Inland Monday night into Tuesday morning, and it will be dissipating once it is inland. And lastly, the rain band's moving in, and there's the coastal areas getting the most. As far as we are concerned in Houston and points to the north, we are going to be getting lighter amounts. So tropical storm warning today, a high of 79, rain increasing, cloudy with showers. We're going to be with you at the top of every hour. I'll give you the extended forecast and all of the latest. But for now, we're going to take you back to your regularly scheduled programming. No problem.